Isabel Wilkerson, welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
Thanks for having me.
You came into so many people's lives and you've stayed in so many people's lives because of your 2010 book, which really just blew, I think, the lid off of a conversation that so many people wanted to have but didn't know how to have. And that was The Warmth of Other Suns. You now have a new book, which is, everyone is raving, everyone from Oprah to every book journalist. And I think for a good reason. The book is entitled Caste, and it looks at how society determines where people should or shouldn't belong, but not just through the lens of race, which is really interesting. If we start with that, what is the difference, in your opinion, between caste and race?
Well, caste is basically the artificial, arbitrary, graded ranking of human value in a society. And caste determines one's standing, respect, benefit of the doubt, access to resources or lack thereof, assumptions of competence, and even of beauty. It effectively places individuals in a particular hierarchy based upon their perceived value. Race ultimately is the metric by which, in the caste system that I'm describing here, an American hierarchy, race becomes the physical manifestation of that determines where one is viewed as being ranked historically. It's the cue card, it's the signifier of where a person is placed in the hierarchy.
For many people, they might jump at hearing this and say, like, whoa, 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 whoa. How dare you say that America has a caste system? Barack Obama was president of the United States, and you can be a TV anchor, you can be an athlete. If you work hard enough, the color of your skin is not controlled by the caste system. This isn't India. This isn't another country in the world where caste is such a big deal. How do you respond to that? Because, you can understand why people get so defensive.
Absolutely. That's why I wrote a book about it. Even in the original, most recognized caste system in the world, there are people who had been born to what are known as the untouchables, the subordinated castes in India, who have managed to transcend the extreme barriers that they have faced, and to be able to go forward and to become, physicians and even a prime minister. And there are always exceptions to the rule. But one of the things that I say to help distinguish between caste and other markers, other ways of measuring people, is caste is the bones, race is the skin, and then class is the accents, the enunciation, the education and dress, the things that the diction, the kind of things that we can control that can that help ourselves to elevate ourselves out of the restrictions. But class does not mean the same as caste. In other words, if you can act your way out of it, it's class. If you cannot act out of it, it's caste.
So if I can act my way out of it, so if I can code switch, or if I can, straighten my hair or change the way I look, lighten my skin, those are all the things that you're going to say are falling into the class element of what we see. So how do we think about caste now? Is this like a new problem that we have to handle differently to race and racism and classism? Is this an additional thing, or is this the foundation that everything else is built on?
That the idea of hierarchy and a caste system is the foundation, it's the infrastructure of our divisions. One reason why the word racism, while is important and it's useful, and of course it is a reality, but what this is asking us to do is to look beneath what we think we can see, but look beneath what we thought we knew, and to see that racism, while it's a fraught word that can often carry emotion with it, guilt, and even shame, caste and the focus is a focus on the structure and the infrastructure, and that takes us away from the blame of anyone. This infrastructure that we've inherited has been around, since before the country was founded. As I described this, our caste system, our country actually, as an old house. Look at this old house that we have inherited. We did not build the house, and we're not responsible for whatever might have been, not so well done in the building of it. But we now are the inheritors of it. It's now up to us as the owners of this house, all of us, not just one group, but all of us. And recognizing how interconnected we all are, and how we all have to bear the consequences of it, whether we are aware of it or not. We are experiencing the consequences of it, whether we know it or not.
It's funny. I've been having these conversations with friends for so long, where coming from South Africa, where we are now in a place where because the country shifted power from white to black, and the country is now more representative within its power structures, we've come to realize now that caste is now a new issue that we have to deal with. We thought that race was the thing and then it would be finished, and now you still have a new version of the haves and the have-nots determined by, as you say, different signifiers, whether it's language, whether it's culture. It's really interesting that like now there's another monster we have to tackle on a different level that we didn't think about, because we just thought, oh, you just get rid of the race problem and everything is solved. And then now it's like, oh no, here's the root almost of the problem, and race was just the cover that we were dealing with.
I had that experience when I was in South Africa about what I call situational elevation that occurs when a person's from a marginalized group in one country and they go to another country and find themselves without any action on their own part because of perceptions elevated accidentally. And then, you know, when I was in South Africa, people would just hear the accent, and I would get invited to parties and receptions and all this kind of thing. And
right.
That's part of what is happening in a caste system. And one other thing about this kind of situational elevation is that it allows the country that you know has had marginalized people to turn to the newcomers and say, as to me when I was in South Africa, and say, see, this is proof that if you just do this and do that, you know, you can make. Or it also says that this is proof that it really is the inferiority of our people. You know, of our marginalized people are in fact inferior. And so it works both ways. It works both ways, and I've experienced both sides of that.
Well, I will say, I feel like once again, you've written a piece of work that is going to make us think, it's going to make us uncomfortable, but at the same time, I think once we get through it, it'll make us more comfortable in understanding that we're a part of a thing that we all have to look at, and hopefully we will be part of the people who renovate the house, as you so eloquently say. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, and congratulations on yet another masterpiece.
Thank you so much.